Hey guys, what's up? In today's video we're doing something slightly different. I'm gonna take you on a walk through a vegetable market in China. Now this footage was recorded before the pandemic, so you don't need to be concerned about social distancing or something, but I feel like I should share this footage with you guys because it's a really nice kind of intimate footage. I found also a bit creepy at times. At times I just film in people's faces, but I guess people don't care that much in China. But it's like nice intimate footage of a quite local vegetable and flower market in China, in Xi'an actually. Most people are not aware of Xi'an in the Western Hemisphere, but it is a 12 million people city. It used to be the end of the Silk Road, so it has quite a lot of history. This kind of market is really just where local people buy their vegetables. Of course, in 12 million people metropolitan, there are also supermarkets, just like you find them in the West. You can buy your vegetables there, very clean and very neat, just like you find it in our countries, in Europe or America. But in China, as local people, you would go to a market like this. Now, this footage was recorded like I think just before lunch or something. So the market is really not that busy. Most people go to these markets very early in the morning to buy their fresh vegetables and meat and stuff for the day. So you won't see many people around, but that's actually quite good because we can really get an idea of how it feels to walk over a really local vegetable market in China. So you can see a few people look in confusion at my camera, at this Western blonde guy. I've tried to put like a hoodie on and stuff, so I'm not that easy to identify as someone who's different, just simply so I don't stand out too much. But as you can see, it doesn't really work. People are confused. And obviously people are confused as well because I'm just filming their everyday life, right? This is the very normal for them. Chinese people cannot really understand why someone would find a place like that fascinating. So that's another layer of kind of their confusion of looking at me and just not understanding why someone would carry a camera. But I try to be as stealthy as possible. And you can see it gets quite messy here, right? Like some of the stalls have clothes on them. I don't know if they clean that up for like the proper market hours. To be honest, I don't think so. It looks like not all the market stalls are occupied at that time. And I can imagine already the comments of people talking about the hygiene, and it's like, look how they store the meat, look how they store the vegetables. Food should not be stored like this, and this is what causes viruses. And that's complete BS. This is not what causes viruses. You have to acknowledge that in China, you just have different hygiene standards. It's just what it is, unfortunately. And when I go to markets like these, the local people that I know, friends of mine, they're like, don't go there, and definitely don't eat anything there, because they know as well that for a Western stomach, stuff like this can be a bit upsetting, so to say. To be honest, I never had food poisoning in China. My parents had it once when we were there, so I can't really say. But you can see, like, it's not cooled. This meat is not cooled. Right? It's just showcased what it is. You go there, you can buy it. But everyone's very friendly, as confused as people are about blonde Western guy walking around filming everything. They don't care that much. But yeah, the hygiene standards can be shocking for Western people, for someone like me, or if you don't have the context, because it's just normal there. It's just normal, And actually in China, I can go into that a little bit deeper. You have this very strong contrast. As you can see here, these places, where people even buy their food, they're not clean, right? It's messy, and not to say that the vegetables are dirty, but the place is not, hygienically clean as you would imagine it in other places. But at the same time, Chinese people are very, very clean when it comes to their home. Right, like everything that enters their home has to be clean, has to be washed. Everyone has to take their shoes off. Constantly people are wiping the floors and cleaning everything. So it's not that Chinese people inherently are, not as hygienic as we are. In their homes they are. And in fact, they are probably more hygienic than many people that I know living in Europe or America. But in these kind of places, it's different. So it's just a different culture. And that's also kind of why I wanted to share a video like this, because I feel, can add perspective to your own life, to your own, place where you live and your own environment and how you live and what's normal for you, and that there are other normals, right? Things that are very weird and alien for you that are just normal for everyone else over there. And You know, people wouldn't organize their markets like this if everybody would get sick all the time. People are fine with it. It works for this environment. And so then we're kind of descending into this other part. And even my wife, she was kind of walking behind me, was like, yeah, I've never been in this part. And it seems to be, well, I don't know, more like a gardening center or something. There are also some small restaurants and, you know, fish places. They sell fish. But mostly you can see, you can buy soil and pots and plants, and it's cleaner. You can see this is much newer than the older structure. It's been kind of attached to the other market. You see, they kind of sell a bit of everything really in these kinds of places. You kind of need to know what they sell, and then you would go there. And then here you have just an aquarium, or like not an aquarium. It's a place where they sell fish, like a pet store, I guess. And you see turtles. Big goldfish, and just to avoid confusing comments, these are not for eating, right? People don't eat them. They are absolutely for decorative purposes, and people have fish tanks in their homes, and they buy them there, you know. I get a bit of advice there. I have no idea what he just said, but he's trying to surely sell me some of his fish. Yeah, so there you have a little, you know, pet store. And obviously, you know, some of the stuff is, well, rather concerning, again, for Western standards. But that's another thing. When it comes to life like this, whether it's fish or turtles or ducks or a chicken, anything like this, the Chinese have a very different relationship to that. You know, it's all about freshness. You don't want to get ill, so the animal has to be alive until you eat it, basically. Here's another one. Look at that. How many fish? How many fish in one fish tank? I think that would not be a thing over here. How can you even say I want that one, right? If you would want to buy one, it'd be like that one, it's gone. It's impossible to even get it. I guess you just say, give me 10 of that, or whatever. I don't know how it works. But yeah, no, they have a different relationship to this kind of life, where we would be like, oh no, the poor fish, give him a bigger fish tank or something, you know, make him comfortable. They don't have that kind of thinking in China. It's like a thing. It's nearly like an object, I want to say. And then I found those curious. These are like small bonsais, but they're not really bonsais. And they're a bit fake. I don't remember if the leaves were like plastic or I'm not sure. But look at that. I think, look, she's a bit worried, and she's right, because there's a rather big scene of child abduction in China where kids get abducted, and if a man comes up to two children in the back of a hall like this, filming them with a camera, and it's like a Western weird man, then I can understand why she had this short moment of, oh, no, wait, and checking where her mom is and stuff. Kids are careful in China, they're not stupid. So this is it. This is basically the video. We're coming to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. It's very different from what I usually do, but I thought it's interesting, and I hope you learned something. And yeah, now we've walked a Chinese vegetable market. Have a good day, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more. I hope to see you next time, and like the video. I'm out. Bye.